Monster Hunter Wilds is a game where you're hunting monsters in the wild, but that's just what they want you to think. The real question is, throughout the series, have we actually been the real monsters all along? Let me explain. To figure this out, let's compare the tools that we have. We have giant swords, hammers the size of a small human, a thing that shoots bugs, and yes, actual guns. Historically, these are the kinds of things that have been known to wipe out civilizations and kickstart wars. And the animals, these guys have no tools. They basically have giant tongues and a giant monkey fart cannon. I don't think this is very fair. I'm starting to think these guys are the hunters because they're just hunting for a better life out there. As a professional monster, your mission is simple. Find a new, untouched ecosystem to disrupt and cause chaos in. When you go to this new ecosystem and start killing these animals, you're trained to do some very messed up stuff. What they train you to do is to skin these animals so you can start wearing their fur and other parts of that animal. You can even make more weapons out of these animals to kill even more animals. It's the Circle of Life Monster Hunter Edition. In the other Monster Hunter games, you're basically a psycho robot who says yes to killing any and all animals. What's different with this game is that there's actually a story, or should I call it propaganda. What they want to do with this so-called story is to justify expansion into this new unexplored world, to kill even more animals, and make even more hats out of animal parts. Clear out the locals and villages, and before you know it, they'll probably start building malls and highways. Very sad. When we compare this game to the others in the series, killing animals is for whatever reason easier than ever. For example, after exploring for a while, you get access to a chocobo from the Final Fantasy series. Now, this chocobo is basically a certified snitch. It knows where everything is, so it can auto-run to the animals who are just minding their own business. So you really don't even have to think in this game. Just press up on the D-pad and you're on autopilot. After a while, you'll have so many hats made out of animal parts, you won't even know what to do with yourself. Something else they changed with this game is that you're basically never in danger. For whatever reason, the monsters basically do no real damage and love to not hit you, just like a stormtrooper in Star Wars. Oh, and if they do land a hit, you're fine. You have your chocobo who's ready to pick you up and carry you away from danger, like a personal Uber. Meanwhile, you also have your talking octopus named Dog, who can distract and fight the animals too. I forgot to mention this guy can also wear dead animal parts. Disgusting. What's even worse is that you can get free stuff halfway through the hunt to prolong the suffering of these animals. That's crazy. You also have something in this game called Focus Mode. It helps you focus on breaking all the various parts of an animal you can later turn into a hat. You see a wing that you want to turn into an umbrella? Focus Mode. You see a leg that might make a good baseball bat for your nephew? Focus Mode. Go ahead, it's yours. So instead of giving these guys a chance to move out of the way from one of your attacks, you can just go into this mode and aim for whatever body part you want, which is a nice way for you to really make sure the animal's kneecaps are busted. That's pretty messed up. I started to feel bad for the animals, so in one mission I tried to make a peace offering, but because I caused so much irreparable damage to their ecosystem, they rejected me. But they were nice enough to let me grill the barbecue in front of them for a quick meal. And that's Monster Hunter Wilds. This is a game where you play as a professional monster to hunt animals and cause chaos. I'm not sure why they made it so much easier to kill animals in this game, and for that I'm gonna give it 2.5 out of 3 stars.